podcast on. When the lights go low, we're ready to go. Vibes, let the energy flow. Gaming streams and a whole lot more. D&L podcast with the core. From consoles to PCs, we're breaking the scene. Leveling up, chasing that dream. Talking updates and the games we love. Rolling the dice or pushing above. News on the block or old school lore. There's always room for gamers and more. It's not follow for follow, it's a place to connect. Creators, streamers, earning respect. Discord open, join the crew. A community built by me and you.
D&L Gaming and everything between. Where the pixels shine and the stories beat. From the stream to the chat.
Welcome back to another episode of D&L Gaming and Everything in Between. I am your host, the Looker 204, and joining me is my amazing co-host, the one and only, the DingiestScroll. Tonight's episode is packed. We got two incredible guests with us tonight, the legendary Sweaty Orangutan and the mysterious Faceless One. We're diving into some topics tonight from gaming journeys to hot takes and even a little friendly debate. Plus, we got some rapid fire questions that'll definitely stir up the energy. Let's jump right in. Dingy?
Hey, how's everybody doing? I'm DingiestScroll with co-host The Looker. We have the Faceless One, which is now unmasked.
My man.
Sweaty in green there.
My man. So, all right, let's start by getting to know our guest a little better. Sweaty Orangutan, you're up first. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hey, what's up? Sweaty Orangutan here. Nice to meet everybody for all who haven't met me yet. Are you looking, no pun intended, for personal answer, streaming answer? What side are you looking at getting on? Or both?
You only have to give what you would like to. So however you'd like to introduce and tell us a little bit about yourself, go right ahead. This is your time to introduce yourself as a streamer and as a person.
All right, you got it. So, for all who don't know me and everybody else in between, my name's Sweaty Orangutan. Nice to meet everybody. I've been streaming about 3 years now. I hit affiliate, I don't know, a year ago. All right, so where I left off is I'm a full-time worker. I do part-time streaming, as a hobby. And I realized doing it for a couple of years now that it's something I'd like to pursue. I'm a variety streamer. I'll go from playing VR games, horror games is something I'm delving into. PS2 classics for all of my people who grew up in the 2000s who had Jak and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank, Sly Cooper. That is my game.
So
100% my game.
Is that the game that got you into content creation?
No, actually, believe it or not, Call of Duty did, and now that's nothing I ever play anymore, which is really funny how it works, There's too much competition.
Oh, 100%. I feel the same way. What's one game or gaming experience that has defined your journey, if you could narrow it down to just one?
Sweaty, there's something going on your side. There's no sound coming from you.
No sound coming from me?
Yeah. Like your voice isn't coming through.
Let me try one thing here. I figure it out. That should fix it, right?
Yeah, easy. That's because you're on my stream. We got 3 streamers streaming the same stream, so it's like Peter Piper picked a pair of pickled peppers right now.
Yeah, seriously. I think that fixed it.
Just gotta figure out who's not playing the volume.
Yeah.
It's on his stream.
Yeah.
I can't hear him.
I fixed it. We're good.
Sweaty, if you could pick one thing about the gaming community that excites you the most, what would it be?
My favorite thing with the gaming community is how no matter where you're from, whether you're across the country, maybe you're even on another planet, or you're playing with your neighbor, everybody has something in common and everybody gets along. I feel like it spreads a lot of love that the world needs, and it's something that brings us all together, and that's definitely my favorite.
What's something about you that might surprise the audience? You don't have to share, but if you got something in the pocket, What's something about the audience that might surprise you? What's something about you that might surprise the audience?
All right, I'll try to think of something for my viewers who know me. But they already know. But for the people who don't know me, believe it or not, I'm may not look it, but I'm gonna be 25 at the end of the month. That
Okay,
might surprise some people.
that's amazing. So, and then the Faceless One, how are you doing tonight?
Good, and yourself, buddy?
Not bad, not bad. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, but mainly I'm a COD streamer for anybody who doesn't watch me.
Hey, thank you for the raid.
I do play pretty competitively at COD, so um, we get busy on that 3 times a week, and then the other 2 days a week we do variety streaming, be it Elden Ring or things like that. Just mostly RPG games, open world games, just something to change it up because Call of Duty can be frustrating.
Oh yeah,
So I mean, but other than that, I mean, usually sports games are something I'll play regularly as well. Um, as you can tell, I got a bunch of tattoos. I love my tattoos. I'll continue to get them until I'm completely covered.
perfect.
Uh, yeah. So I mean,
And
I like to just sit back, have a good time, and enjoy gaming.
what got you into gaming and content creation?
I've been playing Call of Duty since Modern Warfare 2. I mean, I played before that, but realistically, I got competitive at Modern Warfare 2.
My
Um,
man.
and I mean, I've been going since then, and I mean, that was a long time ago. That was like 2008, something like that, 2009. So Call of Duty wise, I've been playing pretty competitively since then. There's a few that I skipped, but not many.
Uh,
Uh, and I mean, it for me, it was just the competition that kind of got me into streaming and things like that, and attempting it. Did a lot of MLG and like challenges, like um, betting, I guess you could say, 1v1s
okay.
for money, kill races, things like that, tournaments.
It
So I was like, why not stream it?
Yeah. Is there any one game or gaming experience that has defined your journey?
Um, what game? I mean, I guess for me, it was more so once Warzone dropped. 2019 probably was the biggest change up for me for streaming wise, because it became something that everyone in the world was watching because of the COVID and the shutdown and everything like that. So everybody was paying attention to Warzone and the new Call of Duty and open world. So I did I did stream a lot of that, and I mean, I sucked at first. That was terrible. It was completely new and completely changed my way of playing Call of Duty. So it took a little while to get used to, and I can happily say now that I'm probably in the top 1% of Call of Duty players, where my KD is up in the twos.
Woo,
So
very nice.
we try to stay aggressive and rack up them kills.
Yeah, if you could pick one thing about the gaming community that excites you the most, what would that be?
Um, I guess seeing the growth of all other streamers, not just myself, but everybody around that's is a part of the communities, everybody that streams in general, people that I was watching back when I was young, and how big they blew up, and the possibilities of being able to go from very little to having a lot. So the bit, like, for me, I like the community aspect of it, and just everybody being able to get together to create a fun experience in a game.
I like that. And what's something about you that might surprise the audience? Feel free to share, feel free to not.
Something that might surprise y'all is, when I was younger, I was a very competitive gymnast.
Oh, snap, eh?
Okay, would
Yeah,
never guess that one.
yeah. I played a lot of sports when I was younger.
Yeah,
So
I couldn't have guessed that either. That's awesome though.
Super awesome. Dingy, could you catch us up on the chat,
Yeah.
please?
So we'll jump a bit back there. Short Fran says loves Sweaty's accent.
Thank you very
Leanne
much.
Walker says here fishy fishy fishy. Delph Gaming says yo yo.
What's up, Dill?
Uh Jinx says you're still a baby, Sweaty.
I don't feel like it, that's for sure.
Rain says bro's a dinosaur. We got a raid in there from Snakeroo.
Thank you very
We
much,
appreciate
Snake.
it.
Thank you, Snakeroo.
Keen Eye subbed to the Looker.
Hey, thank you.
I got my fallen goal of 980.
Nice. 980, eh?
Yeah. Oh my
Nice,
god.
nice.
There you go. From Sue IFTTV.
Okay.
We will keep scrolling down. Cyclops guy says you don't look over 25, Sweaty.
Hey, Cyclops guy, thanks for being in the chat, man.
Jinx says, share chat. Show of hands. Who here agrees that Sweaty looks like a young PewDiePie?
Everybody tells me that. Everybody tells me
I
that.
can agree with that.
Yeah.
Cyclops guy says it was the original Nintendo Duck Hunt, Super Mario Bros, and the Atari that got me into gaming. I may be the oldest one here. I started playing on Super Mario Bros on the Nintendo. What's that old brick one? Not
The
GameCube,
Nintendo.
the one
Nintendo.
Okay, yeah, that's the one that got me into it.
Yeah.
Let me just play the pipe sound and ruin the fucking podcast.
Well, thank you. Yeah, and everybody in the chats, whether you're in my chat, you're in Dingy's chat, or in Sweaty's chat, we're all friends here, so feel free to like and share and follow each other. We're all like Sweaty and the Faceless One are we're all kind of like becoming one big community, so it's super awesome. Sweaty's going to be taking on a very heavily moderated role on the Discord and on the Facebook as well. And then Faceless has volunteered to step up on the moderating on the Facebook side. So yeah, these are going to be familiar faces in our community. And yeah, so much love. And yeah.
Deb also asked, so this is the podcast to get to know the streamers and giving exposure. It's basically that. And then on top of that, it's me and Looker wanted to do it under the D&L umbrella as we kind of enjoyed doing this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So we talk about all the ins and outs of streaming. In the Discord, we are going to talk about emotes, overlays, and how to make them all display pictures.
Yeah.
And all things to do with gaming.
If you can see here, all the overlays, the avatars, like everything that you see on the screen except for Sweaty's logo, Dingy and I have created. And it's all within the overlay, so it's not eaten up or around when we're trying to process this, because I'm streaming to multiple platforms right now, and you couldn't tell. Well, maybe you can, and I hope not, but I can't tell on my end, and I have my system looking up right now, so... But let's get on to some more questions. So feel free, anybody that wants to answer could answer. Now that we know a little bit more about you guys, let's get into the meat of things. I want you both to chime in on this. What's a hot take you have about gaming that others might not agree with?
I think PC gaming is overrated.
Oh, does anybody care to object to that?
Ooh.
I
wouldn't necessarily say it's overrated, but I would say overhyped.
Okay.
I don't know if you consider that the same thing, though.
It's the best out of all of them, because you can play a little bit of all games anytime you want. Right? Like if you're playing an Xbox exclusive, you have to play on Xbox. You want to play God of War, you have to have the PlayStation. PC, you can just play them all.
Except
PC don't give a shit.
Except for PlayStation. So this is my take on it. If you want to get into streaming, if you want to get into any of the more submersive things, PC is where it's at. Like, I streamed from my PlayStation 5 and my PS4 before that, and that's all I could do. I could play the game, and I had a little picture on the corner, and that was it. Now my capabilities are huge, but then I also can't stream Call of Duty and stream and play Call of Duty at the same time, just because my PC is not up to snuff of such a big ask of the software. You know what I mean? Right. So the next.
Yeah, absolutely. The only thing that I can kind of see, like I said, I stream off just a laptop, right? Like I don't game off this laptop. I literally just stream off of it, so I can do that with it sitting side by side. So because I've primarily always been an Xbox, I had a PS5. I've had all of them. I
Good for you.
have had a streaming PC. Unfortunately for me, just the expense of maintaining and continuing to have some of the better graphics cards, GPUs, CPUs does get expensive for me.
Oh yeah.
So
that-
upgrading is expensive as hell. So
that 5090 is going to be, or a 5070 is going to be nice and cheap.
it's like $1,900. That's how much that is.
The 5070, no,
Is that not what it is?
$599.
Isn't there one that was $999, or was it $999 that I'm thinking of?
The 999 is
Yeah.
the 5070. The 980 or 590 is going to be 2000.
I just want to say you guys could both be lying right now, and I would not know the difference. So, do you guys think modern games focus too much on graphics over gameplay? Why or why not?
Absolutely.
Elaborate.
I think they focus more on graphics now because the hype with games is trying to make it look more realistic because we're now in the future of gaming. So I feel like a lot of devs focus more on that than the actual content of the game. And I think we've, in my personal opinion, add this to my hot take, even though the question's over. I feel like that's what they did a lot with Call of Duty. Don't get me wrong, the graphics are beautiful and stuff, but I feel like they've lost their touch since the most couple recent games.
I actually 100% agree with you for the same reason and for different reasons. Games like, how many games in the past 5 years have had an amazing storyline? A handful?
Yeah.
A handful. Tons of games have come out with these amazing graphics, but they're meh. They're rinse and repeat games where all their missions are all exactly the same. You play half the game, you practically played the whole thing. So, Sweaty, I agree with you 100% on that. Anybody else?
Although that body cam game looks something else, though.
Body cam?
Yeah,
I've
called
played
Body
that.
Cam.
It's
That's,
pretty good.
Body cam is the game that they were reporting on TikTok as real life footage of like
Of
wars.
actual, yeah.
Police raids. It's running Unreal Engine 5,
Okay.
and it is pushing those graphics to the max.
Dingy, would you like to catch up on the chats? Because they've been flowing in.
I've seen that. So where did I leave off here? There we go. Killer Player says he does both of them, to be honest. So I'm assuming a PC and console.
Okay.
Cyclops Guy said he can't find the Faceless One on Twitch, but I linked him.
He found me.
Yeah.
Thanks for the follow, bud.
Maddie said, sorry I'm late. It's all good, Maddie. Don't let it happen again.
My
I'm just kidding.
man. You tell him, Dingy. You tell the world.
Jinx said, hi, Maddie. Killer said, let's go.
I like
Cyclops
Jinx'
Guy
comment.
said, followed everybody.
Yeah,
Thank you, Cyclops.
I like the next comment from Jink.
Yeah. Jinx said, I think modern gaming has gotten way too focused on pushing social justice agendas than telling a good story. But that might just be conversational for a whole different podcast. I think that is a good one on a different podcast. You are 100% right.
Yeah.
Because we can almost do 2 hours straight on just that.
Yeah,
in a
write
sense.
this down. Write this down.
Yeah.
Maddie said PS exclusives like Thou and God of War have the best of both worlds.
Agreed, but they're a diamond in a rough. They're the minority, not the majority.
Yeah. Cyclops Guy said graphics are great and all, but give me a fancy story over graphics all day. I 100% agree with that, Cyclops. So you'll get me more on a good story than good graphics.
Let's
Absolutely.
read the question and we'll all answer the next one.
Killer Player said, what do you guys want to see in the future of gaming?
I'll go first on this one. What I want to see is stories within games with an expansive story. Say like the God of War, The Last of Us, something like that, with a co-op or multiplayer playthrough. Like imagine us four getting a game like God of War where we're each a character. There's an amazing story where you can play that story solo or you can play it with friends. Because like I love story games, but I prefer to play with my buddies and stuff like that. So if I could have the best of both worlds, I think that'd be awesome. Faceless One?
For me, well, And I mean, some of it's happening as it is, like with the new Elden Ring coming out. I do like to see games like that be coming out with co-op, like seamless co-op, where you can play with 3 of your friends without having to jump into different worlds, spawn in, and then get kicked out.
What game was that?
Elden Ring.
Elden
So if you
Ring?
play the Elden Ring that's out now, it's not seamless co-op. You can't just join your friends and play. You have to like spawn into their world, and then when you're done beating one of the world bosses, you get kicked out. But they're coming out with a new one where it's seamless co-op. You just stay in their game the entire time and just go around killing stuff.
That's awesome.
But what I'd really like to see is like companies actually, like gaming companies actually pay attention to the feedback they're getting from the community and not just worry about microtransactions and their bottom dollar.
Agreed.
That's
Sweaty.
exactly what it comes down to.
So for me, I don't know if there's any virtual reality players out here. I quick little short story so it makes sense to you guys why I'm saying this. I was young, you know, I had a big imagination. We used to make imaginary games and play them. I've always wanted something with VR where like instead of having, you know, you have those controllers and you hit the buttons, like if you could put something on your hands and gloves where you can actually like immerse yourself and it's a little more realistic. Um I'm not sure if I'm ready to feel like if I'm playing a game and I feel something. I know they have like the Woocher jackets and stuff like that. I don't know if I'm ready for that, but definitely something to make VR a little bit more interactive.
I like
And better
that.
graphics for the VR too. Definitely.
Okay.
Dingy.
I want kind of where everything kind of runs the same way. Kind of tired of like say jumping to COD, right? Like you have to have your PC set up a certain way. You have to have things set up differently, and then you jump into a single player game, and then like you're changing everything again, right? Um, I think if they all kind of switch to one engine, everything will run kind of smoother.
Okay. I agree with that. You want to catch us up on chats?
Yes, I lost where we were here though. So
Cyclops. For real, look at Dave the Diver. Simple old school graphics, amazing story. Take it away.
Matty Bear, I was grinding Blops, weirdo. I just want a drum mag for my C9. Yeah, that gun doesn't have much ammo there. Blops love.
Oh, I hate blobs.
Thou, The Last of Us. I still haven't played it. I've been looking into it, and I might play that as a series.
Dingy.
What?
Keep going. I'm just amazed you haven't
well,
played it.
That's a fair point. I know someone who loves to discuss it. Exactly. Jinx said maybe you should get in touch with the looker for that podcast. Yeah, Cyclops, if you know somebody that would come in and discuss or argue that topic with us, we're 100% in as long as we all keep it respectful.
100%.
Matty Bear said, look at Battlefield 2042. I felt like that game had a lot of potential, but then kind of shit the bed.
Yeah.
It's another.
I mean,
Call of Duty.
Black Ops 6 is doing the same thing right now. Where
Yeah.
they've had so much, like, it came out the gate hot, and as soon as they added in ranked into both Warzone and multiplayer, the hacking situation got out of control.
Yeah.
And it's just brutal right now to play anything. Even though I'm doing the grind still and still going for Abyss, I tell you, some games I want to throw my controller and my system out a window.
That's me with Elden Ring. That's me with Elden Ring. 100%.
He said Ready Player One. I love that reference.
Yeah.
Jinx said, I'm not sure I want
haptic.
Haptic VR? Is
Yeah.
that where you
the bodysuit, you feel it, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, Ready Player One type deal. Okay.
Yeah.
Or maybe we should just go straight to Sword Art Online level VR. That
I'm
would
good.
be different.
That'd be intense.
Yeah,
that would be intense.
Killer Player. That's the haptic suits that they mentioned.
I'd like those to be more integrated into gaming. I've heard that they're not really integrated too much into the gaming
Yeah.
as of right now.
Yeah,
Uh,
definitely.
Being said, Battlefield has a special place in my heart. Never played it, but watched lots of gameplay. But without that game,
Hey,
Battlefield Friends wouldn't exist. That's very true.
thank you for the cheers, Snake. I appreciate it.
So
We are all
one
currently
thing
set
I
up.
do want to
Go
add
ahead.
on before we move topics, is the only thing like I never really got into Battlefield because it just seemed like another Call of Duty to me. The one thing I did like about Battlefield was its sort of realism. You took an RPG to a building, you watched part of it fall.
Yeah.
I do give Battlefield credit for that for sure. That's something they did do right.
I think with I think with the biggest difference between the two is the realism. For one, the bullet drop is way more realistic in Battlefield. The biggest
Yep.
difference I find is the size of the maps, and the ability. Call of Duty is more of an arcade shooter, whereas Battlefield is more. It's still arcadey, but it's trying to be a little more realism than Call of Duty, which makes for me it makes a good change up if you're getting tired of getting absolutely destroyed in Call of Duty.
So one game that I think that I want to
Yeah.
play for the realism is our Tarkov. Like
Yep, that's a good
Dilf,
one.
I believe it's Dilf that plays it.
Yeah, Dilf
Um
Yeah,
plays a
yes,
lot of
yeah.
it.
and man, that gameplay looks so good, super realistic. I really like that style of FPS.
I've
They came
heard
out.
him even say that, and other people say that it's a very ragey game, though.
Yeah.
It is.
I don't think we could play that having families live in the same house as us as we play or stream that.
Yeah.
I've played it a few times and it's definitely rageful for sure.
I know there's a new one that came out
Arma.
not too long ago,
I-
um, where you get dropped into an open world, part of a faction. There's two factions, and whichever side you pick, you guys get dropped into an open world and fight each other. I can't remember what it's called, but it was in beta testing. I know a lot of the first person streamers, like Snow Mountain, things like that. They played that. And they said it was really good. Unfortunately, I don't think it was full released quite yet. I
Yeah.
think it was still in a developmental, like I think it was either alpha or beta. But it had same kind of Tarkov feel, but more not as dark.
I don't
Okay.
think I've heard of it.
Honestly I can't remember. It would have been probably a good 5 months ago that it was released. So I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. I'd have to look it up.
So
Hmm.
if there is one thing you guys could change about the streaming or content creation scene, what would it be?
I would honestly. Okay, so I mean, back, especially now, I find it a little bit harder. But definitely the toxicity that comes
Oh,
with streaming. The amount of people that
Mhm.
even if I'm playing Call of Duty and I absolutely destroy somebody and they just come in, they follow me for 2 seconds to talk the worst shit and then unfollow right away. Because
Right, or they
they're
get
mad because they
blocked.
got or yeah, just because they get mad because they got absolutely destroyed.
Right.
And some of the shit they say can be absolutely just vile.
yeah.
Just vile.
Oh,
And I mean
absolutely.
it comes with streaming and that's fine, but I mean a lot of people take games way I mean I do too. But I don't take it to the point where I'm like jumping in
Hating.
somebody's stream and
Right, you're gonna
just
bully or berate somebody over it.
yeah, exactly. Like I'll tell them they're a piece of shit for hiding in a corner and with a riot shield and fucking claymores and fucking C4 or something like that. I'll be like, you're a piece of shit. But I'm not gonna sit there and fucking be racist or you know what I mean. Just yeah. So
Yep.
the toxicity is absolutely insane nowadays. Back in the day, somebody sees that you're streaming on Twitch or you have Twitch in your name, they go and they check you out, drop you a follow if you've destroyed them, and then yeah, I mean as far as it goes for me, I try to be a little more respectful. I talk shit too, but I try to keep it.
PG.
Yeah, no, definitely not PG, but classy,
Yeah.
classy shit talking.
Yeah,
So
exactly. There's a point where you're poking fun and another point where you're poking the kill,
yeah, oh yeah. There's a fine line.
So
it comes with it, but it's one of those things where it's like you wish sometimes people would just, you know, chill out a little bit.
So I think we could all agree that there's a lot of gamers out in the world that are just toxic, and I believe that's a reflection of them as people, and they just act shitty and treat people shitty because of it. Like that's just who they are. The thing that if I could change something about the gaming and streaming content creation scene is the snub noses. I reach out to a lot of people. I talk to a lot of streamers. Like literally half the people on the stream are people I met through streaming and stuff like that. And the amount of people that were just super cool. Like Sweaty, the first time I met you, you were just a super nice guy. You were friendly. I'm like, hey bro, how's it going? And you were chill. You're a cool guy. And over the past like 6 months or whatever it is, we have built something that I would call a friendship. But
Absolutely.
the amount of people that are like, hey bro, how's it going? And they're like, oh, you got a viewer of 7? Pfft, get out of here. And they snub me. I'm like, well, I'm proud of my 7, dude. Like,
Yeah.
I used to stream to 1, and that was my mom, right? So like,
Yeah.
and I was,
And now she doesn't come around. No, I'm kidding.
she was just in the chat, man. I got records, man. I got receipts. But there's so many people that think like, oh, because I have 20 viewers or 30 or whatever, pick a number, they think they're better than you as a human. If you're busy and you don't respond, that's cool. If you or whatever the reason is, I'm totally fine with that. But to take that moment to just shit on someone else because you're bigger than them,
Yeah.
we're supposed to be lifting each other up, not tearing each other
Right.
down.
Absolutely.
So then, what's the most underrated game you guys have played? If there's one game that you'd say is way underrated, what would that be?
Ooh,
I
that's a
mean,
tough one.
for me, and I mean, it, for me, it would be Path of Exile because the first one was kind of a cult classic where either you knew it and loved it or you didn't know about it and just refused to play it because you know what I mean, it was something that, you know, if you didn't really want to give a chance. So now with Path of Exile 2 coming out, I'm really excited to get into that, which is different than what I usually stream. But it's one of the games that I absolutely love.
So, Dingy. Oh, Sweaty, sorry. Do you have any underrated games you can think of?
That's tough. I have played so many games in my lifetime. Now it may just be me because I'm a little out of taste. I like childhood stuff. You know, it brings back the nostalgia. But I feel like Jack and Daxter was a
Ooh.
little underrated, especially actually all 3 of them. I mean, the whole series in general. To me, the story was just phenomenal.
Yeah, I would agree. And Dingy?
I would say the Super Mario parties. As Looker, you know, you came out here, you lived out, or you stayed here with me for a little bit.
Came and
Me and the
visited.
wife,
I didn't live with him
yeah.
for the record, guys. It wasn't weird.
Me and the wife
Like,
have an ongoing, continuous Super Mario party battle. We
Yeah.
play 1 to 2 games a week, and whoever wins is the champion for that week.
Okay, okay. So I'm
I
gonna
think it's, oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna take a couple seconds. I'll catch us up on chat, Dingy, and then we'll go into our new portion of the stream. Yeah, so the Cyclops guy said there's a difference between having fun and having a dark sense of humor. It's and just being an all-out toxic person. And yeah, we touched on that. We all 100% agree with that. The Taco Destroyer says, "I'm gonna tell the 13-year-olds I'm poking their mom." I think we've all done that. We've all done that. The dark side of being a streamer, LOL. Matty Bear Game says, the shit annoys me the most when playing COD is people not being able to accept they lost. Like it's a PvP game. Sometimes you're better, sometimes you're not. You're always on you're not always you won't always be on top of the leaderboard, and there always seems to be a reason why people lost a gunfight, whether, well, they are better than me. Other than, well, they're better than me. Jinx says, off topic, but seeing the Raptors shirt plus the cross, my mind immediately went to Velocil Plasters. Great movie. Yeah, but some people don't know the difference between dark humor and being gross and offensive. You can't just laugh off toxic behavior and bullying with it's just a joke, bro. I agree with that. Know your audience. Know your audience.
I was just going to say that,
Right.
Looker.
Dingy and I say shit to each other that I would never say to anybody else, right?
We all have that one friend.
Oh,
we all
Dingy's-
got that one friend.
Dingy's that friend for me, so I feel you guys.
Mine's my siblings. Like if I'm playing with my brother, the amount of shit talking that happens in that party chat, like my old lady will hear me talking and she'll be like, "What the fuck are you saying?" Like,
Yeah.
why?
I feel that.
Me and
Fun
Looker just had that one the other day.
fun side note, my boys, they game, like their gaming setups are right behind me, and watching 8-year-olds shit talk each other politely. I'm gonna steal your left sock. Like, that's a big diss. You're gonna steal one of his socks, right? Like,
That's actually very inconveniencing. That would actually bother me.
right,
I'm gonna
right.
steal I'm gonna steal all your left shoes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna steal the batteries out of your TV remote.
Yeah. Killer Player says It Takes Two, an underrated game. I agree with that one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Matty Bear, there's an indie game called Valley. It gives me the chills and an adrenaline rush. Very lesser known, beautiful game with interesting story and really really cook movement mechanics. Great game. The Cyclops.
I think he meant cool, but
same,
real
same,
cool,
same,
cool
same.
movement.
Yeah. The Cyclops guy. I think Banisher's Ghost of New Eden is criminally underrated. Okay. I think we should take note of that one. True Rust. I agree. Shorty Fran, agree. I absolutely love Rust. That guy never wants to play with me. Oh, I want to play Call of Duty. I want to play Call of Duty. I freaking love Rust. Such a good game. Thank you for the follow. I'm reading Sweaty's comment.
A little off topic, but y'all still have to owe me a 2v1 for subs.
Okay.
I couldn't Looker, I couldn't get in the Rust. I don't know if it's just because I went in by myself and had no idea what I was doing and just died instantly. I don't know. It kind of seems almost like DayZ but without zombies.
So
That's what I got from it.
by yourself, Rust is a teeth gritting game. With friends, it's absolutely delightful because it's like all of us, we build a base together and we go out and we just shit on people and be dicks to other people and stuff like that. It's
Or each other.
It's a game where it's like you could fuck around and find out as much or as little as you want. If you got the right crew of people, it could be really really crazy.
Okay.
On YouTube, Easy says GTA 6 is gonna be crazy. Killer Player 13 says gaming etiquette is a real thing. Some people do lack in the gaming community. I agree with that. Areola Soul says peach love. Jinx said I don't know why I try to read the emotes there. Jinx says shit talking's fine, but some people play that PvP games takes it way too far when telling people to harm themselves, etc. And then try to play it off with just a joke, bro. When called out, that's the toxicity that needs to be called out and addressed in the gaming community. Agreed.
Yep.
I agree.
100% Jink.
Anytime something like that happens, it's terrible when people are just you'll be shit talking. They'll be like, just go hang yourself. It's like, bro, like chill, man. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? You can literally be talking to somebody who could feel that way and now
Do
you
it.
just did that. Yeah, exactly.
Right. Oh, it was just a joke. It was just a joke.
Yeah. Like for me, I think the farthest I go is like you're trash. You should probably delete your game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might want to uninstall. You know that type of
I
shit.
think at least recently, now that I've stopped with a lot of the verbal diarrhea, the worst I've probably said to somebody is to go play in traffic.
Yeah.
I
So
say
My
kick
dad used to
rocks,
tell me
kick
that all the
rocks a
time.
lot.
I'd ask
Oh,
him
that's
something
my
and he'd be
favorite.
like, "Go play in traffic."
Kick rocks.
rocks?
Kick a heavy bigger rocks, dude. It's like politely telling someone to go fuck themselves.
Yeah,
pretty much,
that or pound sand.
Yeah.
My
that's a
generation
good
would
one
say
too.
pound sand.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Yeah, and then kids got to listen to all that toxic chat. And then just to catch us up so we could do our new
segue.
thing, our new segue. Killer Player says, because at the end of the day, we're just here to have fun, and nobody wants to be stressed out when they get off the game. Agreed.
Stressed out playing the game.
Yeah. Jink, people have unalived themselves because of bullying in game chats, stream chats, and that's why it's an issue and should be addressed. Maybe a good podcast topic for another time. Good night, Maddie. So tonight we have a new segue.
Right, you skipped one. For France, you need guidance when getting into Rust.
Yeah, agreed. I had guidance when I got into Rust, and I still need more guidance. We're gonna take a moment to hear from DingiestScroll. Dingy, do you have what are that, a poll? Do you have a poll ready for us?
I can't. Ooh, shit.
You had one job, dude. One job.
Yeah, I fucked up.
Okay, no worries. We're gonna take a moment to hear from DingiestScroll. We are gonna call this portions Dingy's stream
I
it.
thought we were doing prediction.
Prediction, whatever. Dingy, stream it or dream it on D&L Gaming Podcast.
30 seconds.
Okay. So here we are. All eyes are on you, Dingy. On your forehead right now.
Let's go.
Let's go. Okay.
Did that thing ever end?
Well, he still
My
has
forehead? No.
He's,
He's like, no, it does not.
No,
Okay.
I get the looker genes there.
okay, go ahead, Dingy.
Sorry, just had to roast you there for a second. Oh,
It's okay. That's why he always wears his hat at work too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Trust me, I got nothing.
So today we are going to be talking about Shadow Creed Shadows.
Assassin's Creed Shadows.
Or Assassin's Creed Shadows. The game was originally scheduled to be released on November 15th, 2024, but was delayed to March 20th, 2025 to ensure quality. But looking at a few games that the Ubisoft has last made, they've underperformed majorly. And then also while doing that, I was also kind of looking into Ubisoft itself. And did you know Ubisoft is basically all around the world? They have little pop-up places in every major city around the world. It's one thing that I kind of found out. And this Assassin's Creed Shadows is mainly being made in Quebec, Canada. That's kind of where I found that, which I thought was kind of cool. This is the 14th game in the series. The Shadows overview setting and story is set in the 16th century during Japan in the late Shinaga period. It follows two people, can't say that one, Noe, a female Shabu, and a stealth-focused gameplay, and she does a lot more of the stealthy movements from what I've been able to see in gameplay so far. And then the other guys, the more of upfront and fight person. They keep changing how the gameplay from the last ones go, which for me it's not really that. I kind of lost focus in these game series by like the fifth one. It felt like another Fast and Furious to me personally, where it was just overdrawn. It is going to be available though on the PS5, Xbox, and PC. And I lost all my notes.
All good. Do you think it's gonna be do you think you're gonna stream it or dream it?
I think I'm going to dream it. As I said before, it kind of lost my interest.
Okay.
And Ubisoft hasn't been doing the best.
Okay.
So, me personally, I'm just going to dream it.
Okay. So anybody that predicted to dream it wins this one. So we're back, guys. Dingy, your stream visuals are messed up and delayed.
Yeah, because I didn't have that one set up yet, so I literally just streamed your screen.
Oh, you cheated.
I did cheat, 110%.
Peter.
Okay, not a worry, not a worry. So just to get us, I'll get us quickly caught up back into chat. Jinx says, oh, perfect example of a game pushing agendas instead of good storytelling. For a game that had many people supposed to be researching Japanese culture, they really shit the bed on how they handle the game, including anachronism, using images of cultural significant locations that are supposed to be illegal to use in media, etc. I've been following Amson's discussion of this game. Okay. Yeah, shorty friend, better, yeah. Jink. Oh, and the release date was set for the 20th anniversary and one of the worst domestic terrorist events in Japan. Way to go, Ubisoft.
Oh my god.
Didn't know that. That's fucked up.
Yeah, that's insane.
Galaxy says, I want all your views on Marvel Rivals, and then he subscribed to the DingiestScroll. Woo!
Thanks
10
for the
months in a
sub in
row.
there, Galaxy.
And yeah,
And
go ahead.
W
that might be
Galaxy.
the next one.
Yeah, that is absolutely crazy though. Jink, that is something I didn't know, and I actually did a little bit of homework too, because I didn't know if Dingy was going to do this segment. Because we planned it a little bit last minute. I don't know if you can tell by the everything, but we planned it a little bit last minute, so I didn't know if he'd be able to pull it all together last minute. So I had it backed up at the same time. So now we're gonna get into a rapid fire section, okay? So you guys, I'm gonna be asking some questions. I want you guys to answer quickly. Doesn't have to be super short, but a little bit short. Let's go mobbing. All right.
Robin.
It's time to highlight things with some rapid fire questions. Answer as quickly as you can. No overthinking. Everybody, your favorite gaming console of all time?
Xbox.
Oh, definitely Xbox.
PS2.
PS2, my man. What's
Original Xbox.
What's the game you are the worst at?
Elden Ring.
Damn.
God.
COD.
That's tough for me.
You're good at everything, we know.
So you're not good
I'd
at everything.
Kill
I'd
us
have
and
to
mouse
say
and
probably
keyboard.
racing games.
Mortal Kombat racing games. I'm actually not bad at racing games. My dad had the Gran Turismo with the wheel when I was a kid.
Oh yeah. See, for me, it's more the ones that that have more the realism. So yeah, Gran Turismo, Forza, things like that, where you have to like slow down and shit.
Yeah.
I just keep going. NASCAR, I bail on all those all the time. I just crash.
Okay. What's your guys' favorite food?
Sweet and sour meatballs.
Happy birthday, SSJ Blue.
Happy
Just go pretty fast for
birthday!
that one.
Woo!
Happy birthday.
Somebody's
Uh,
cursor
favorite-
sitting on my face. Oh, that's rude.
Dingy.
That would no. Look at whose stream they're in.
Whose stream are they in?
Sweaties.
Oh, Sweaty. Sweaty, what's your favorite food?
I enjoy it. I eat so much food, I can't tell you my favorite food.
Dingy.
Pizza.
Ooh.
Dream
Dream.
wood fire pizza.
Okay.
Is
Okay.
my favorite.
Dream collab and streaming space.
Collab,
Wait,
eh?
Dream
I
collab.
I think I'd have a good time with Tim the Tap Man. I think that'd be an interesting one because he sucks at Call of Duty, but he's probably still better than me.
Yeah.
I'd say, see, for me, mine would be queso, 100%. Battle of the Casey's.
That'd be funny. For
Alright.
sure,
I
too,
think Queso would be a good one. He's highly entertaining to watch, and his personality is just up there.
Yep,
And from what I
100%.
can tell, he's also got a dark sense of humor that he doesn't.
and he
let a lot of
absolutely
people
gets
see.
gets roasted by his chat the entire time he streams.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's great.
Booker knows how that goes.
Oh yeah, that's me for us. And I wouldn't actually want like a super collab or something like that. I'd absolutely love like a gaming / podcast studio.
Nice.
Isn't that what you kind of have?
But mine's like on a super low budget. Like literally, it's on a budget. I promise you that. Like I got foam mat tile flooring. Chocolate or vanilla ice cream.
Chocolate.
Could you-
Chocolate all day.
Okay, Tiger for this cowboy, just to be different. Best gaming soundtrack.
Damn. I'd have to go with one of the 2Ks.
Ooh.
They got some bangers in the
I'd
past
say
years.
Rocket League.
I don't know if anybody's gonna remember this, but there was this older game, and they played old rock music. It was called like MX versus ATV or something. You could get the you could get the ATVs and go to the edge of the map, and it'd launch you back in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd have to say Rocket League for best soundtrack for me.
And Dingy, let's get us caught up in
Right.
chat, and then we'll keep going.
So Jinx said, I think they just picked a date without doing any checking on the date significance, but it's like that's the 15 with Ubisoft has fucked up with this game. Makes sense. Just picked a date and try to run with it. Killer said PlayStation and Mortal Kombat.
Mortal
is his
Kombat.
worst. Yeah. Hey, Looker, today's my birthday. Oh, we already did that
Woo!
one.
Still, say it again. Happy birthday,
again.
dude.
Killer said Caribbean food's his favorite food.
Ooh, I like that.
Jinx said Looker knows I get hyper focused on distractions.
Oh, yeah.
100%. How do we?
Yeah.
SSJ Blue said thank you,
Pharaoh.
and Killer for the Pharaoh and Killer for the birthday wishes. Oh my shit just moved.
Strawberry ice cream. Final Fantasy. I agree with the Final Fantasy soundtrack. I had the Final Fantasy soundtrack CD when I played the Final Fantasy 7 game. Woo!
I like that
Weird.
answer. They did have a good soundtrack.
They did for their day and
really did.
age. 100%.
Oh yeah. I can definitely agree with that for sure.
Dingy Jink.
Said, I think for me, I'd love to play puzzle games with
Delorious
from Neeb Gaming, or do a cozy survival crafters with Simon from Neeb's Gaming. I don't know who they are.
Neeb's
Or
Gaming.
99 Nights.
I'm familiar with Neeb's Gaming because of Jink, to be fair, but
Fair enough. Oh, that's the one that she always talks about.
yeah,
that
Neeb's
does,
Gaming.
yeah. Okay. Great minds. Jink said favorite game system. I don't have one because I like games that are on all different platforms. Favorite food, chicken parm.
Ooh, okay. What's the first game you guys remember playing?
Ooh.
Def Jam.
Okay.
Play for New York.
Sonic.
I'm gonna say Sly Cooper.
Sly Cooper,
That's a
okay.
good one. That's a good one too, yeah.
Sonic the Hedgehog on the Dreamcast for me.
Okay. Pac-Man.
I think mine would have actually been GoldenEye, to be honest, on N64.
Okay.
You guys are just young pups, man. Woo!
First game hide
I
and
mean,
seek
I
on Atari.
played on older systems than that, but first game was probably GoldenEye on N64.
We had an Atari, and I had Pac-Man on it, and Pong, and a few other games. But Pac-Man was my shit back in those days. And then I upgraded to Mario 1.
There you go.
Okay.
Super Mario, yeah.
Yeah, tanks. Worms, where you shoot little rockets over each other. That was a fun one.
Worms,
Yeah.
Worms is a good one.
And Earthworm Jim.
Yep.
You know what you guys are making me think of? This is kind of on subject, but kind of off subject. Talking about like the old. I'm assuming maybe you're talking about like the arcade games. That's I at least thought of Pac-Man. I went to North Carolina over the summer, and they had this one place where you just go there and play old school arcade games. And I mean, they had stuff like that. First of the line ever came out. It was really cool.
Zelda on NES. Yeah, agreed. Play the snot out of that game.
You ever played Paperboy?
Paperboy, yeah, and you have that on your bike and
Yeah,
line it up in the mailbox.
You gotta hit, yep.
Oh, same with Tony Hawk. I used to play a lot of that one.
Oh yeah.
Classic.
Favorite in-game weapon of all time?
Final Fantasy, the gun sword.
Ooh.
I would say the glaive from Warframe. It's a throwable and a melee all in one.
Yeah, I haven't played Warframe in ages. Shit.
The golden pistol from 007.
Ooh, that
Oh,
one's
yeah.
a good one.
The gold from GoldenEye.
Yeah, and you have to be odd job. Just saying.
So
Oh yeah, that's where you shoot.
that's
Or
tough
the
for me
hat.
because I don't know if you would consider this like a power or a weapon. If you guys ever remember the game Prototype,
Yeah.
this guy could like transform his arm into like the sword thing. So like I don't know,
yeah.
maybe if you picture that handheld.
Okay.
Killer Player said the ray gun is his favorite gun.
Yeah.
LA Love said Lewis from WW2 or World War II.
I
Killer
respect
said
it.
the Zeus cannon. Shorty Fram said the boogie bomb from Fortnite.
The bougie bomb.
Bougie bomb. Galaxy said the sniper bolt action from Black Ops 2.
Okay. Jinx says we were not allowed to play Zelda until Dad beat it. When he even wrote his own walkthrough guide, he didn't want us to play it because he didn't want us to accidentally save over his game. Very fair.
I remember my dad doing that.
Yeah.
I understand that. I was the last of the generation.
I remember my mom was a gamer. Like I grew up gaming with my mother, and she would like buy me a game for Christmas, and I'd get the game, and I'd open it, I'd plug it in, and it would already be beaten. Like, okay.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah,
I think
sniper.
also the prototype was awesome. The sequel was pretty good too.
So when you guys play video games where you get to choose between being a hero or the villain, what do you pick?
Villain most of the time for sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it depends the game, but most of the time it's the hero.
I'm the hero.
Like if you guys ever remember Infamous?
Yeah.
eh,
Infamous Sons.
I killed that. No, yeah, like it. Infamous 1 and 2. I can't remember if there was like extra naming to it.
Well, it was Infamous,
Or
and then
not
Infamous
PlayStation.
2 was Infamous Sons.
Oh yeah,
That
okay,
was
yeah,
the
yeah.
second one. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
remember
I
Infamous.
just killed everybody. I was like, fuck it, I'm just going in here.
Yeah, that was one of those games where you could pick and what you did, like,
Yeah, like
Yeah,
Fable.
pushed you.
Yeah, Fable's the one I instantly went.
Yeah, same here.
Went to it, and I always went bad as fuck on
So-
those games.
Was it easier to beat it on on a good guy or a bad guy?
Fable's definitely easier as a good guy.
No.
Absolutely. I think it is too.
Yeah. When you walk into a town, not everybody's already dead, and then you lose half of your missions. In
Fair.
Fable 2, I legit killed one of the main NPCs, and I couldn't progress my mission.
So this is my theory on it. So on early game, it's easier to be good. In late game, it's easier to be bad. That's my theory on it.
I can respect that.
I can see it. It depends how long the game is, because sometimes you might not just give a shit anymore, and you're like, you know what? I'm just gonna do whatever I want.
Hack everybody up as you go.
Yeah.
Drink said that she would be a hero. Killer said I'm a bad guy. Don't give me powers. People laugh. 40-year-old gamer said hero first most time, and then again as a villain.
That's
I can
me.
respect that.
I like
yeah.
to do that.
If I do it one way, I'd like to go back and play it again the second way, just to see how the game differs.
Yeah.
Jinx said, even in Baldur's Gate 3, I had a hard time sticking to being bad. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, don't give me powers.
Yeah. 40-year-old gamer said, good guy. Red Dead Redemption. Red Dead 2, perfect example.
Yeah.
And then Jinx said, every RPG, I always end up being good. I just can't ever be evil.
Okay. Do you guys have an example of a super toxic moment in gaming that you remember witnessing? Aside from like the Black Ops trilogy or the first 3 Black Ops.
Every Call of Modern Warfare 2 lobby was toxic as hell. Every single one.
Are you talking about old school MW2?
Oh
Hell
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
my god. I used to get roasted so bad because I was like 12 playing that.
I believe that.
I might have been the guy on the other side. No, I'm kidding.
So
You might have been.
Wendy's, Burger King, or McDonald's?
Wendy's.
Burger King.
What do you what?
I wa-
They're so good. A triple
wanna-
baconator?
I want to say Burger King because I enjoy it better, but I go to McDonald's more.
I'm Burger
Did you
King.
just say a triple baconator?
They are good. They are good. I'll
Triple
give them that.
baconator, which
It's also $27 for a $3 cheeseburger, but whatever. The Angry Whopper. The Angry Whopper. It's right up my alley. One
Yeah.
game that you guys think everybody should play at least once.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
No.
I already know what Jinx wants to say here. She's going to say No
Every-
Man's Sky.
a game everybody should try. I honestly, right now, if you're talking, let's say currently, I would probably say Elden Ring.
Elden Ring? Okay.
I don't know.
That ship has already sailed for me.
I
There-
beat it like 4 times, 4 different characters.
The red or blue Pokemon for the Game Boy, like the OG Pokemon games.
Yeah.
Yellow.
Oh yeah, yellow's better, but like let's keep it simple here, right? But
red. I'd have to go with red.
I think it's just one of those games where like the story's good, the gameplay's decent. It's a kind of like a cheap Zelda or whatever you want to call it, but it's a game that everybody should play because it kind of like sets
It's
precedent.
nostalgic.
It's nostalgic and it sets precedents for the future of a massive gaming industry.
That's
Yeah,
very cool.
absolutely.
If you guys could only play one genre of gaming from here on in, what would it be?
First-person shooters.
FPS, eh?
It's tough. I have to pick between fucking sports games and FPS, so that's a tough one for me. But I'd probably stick with my FPS.
And Dingy?
I'd probably stick with FPS also.
Ooh, I'd be strategy games.
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense.
So I think all of us have big personalities. Okay, that's my opinion on all of us. So if we had to pick one game above all else that made us rage quit harder than any other game, what would it be?
Rocket League.
I'm stubborn. I don't really rage quit. I just rage.
That's tough. I'm gonna say the worst was probably Elden Ring. If you guys know me, I'm not a strategic kind of person. So, and me getting more mad and trying to get more aggressive didn't work and set me off. Set me off.
You want an easy playthrough? Just spam sorcerer and then get Azur's Comet and the Mac Crack tier that allows you to have infinite FP for 10 seconds, and you just blast every boss with it and they just melt.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna
well,
forget in
I
about
can
5
add
minutes,
here for
but
a
okay.
second. Jinx said, I think everyone should play Journey once. It's a beautiful game. Also, yes, No Man's Sky, but I think Journey could really be a spiritual if people lose themselves in it. It's a good and get a good partner to travel with. Cyclops guy said, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Killer said adventure games.
Okay, I like that.
RPGs and or survival crafters. Okay, I can kind of get behind that. Cyclops guy said only one. I love so many genre of games, but I would have to say action adventure.
Okay.
Okay. Killer said Wukong. I might go back though. Stay tuned.
Wukong. Chapter
Wukong,
3
yeah.
set me off, and actually, after I beat Chapter 3, I haven't even played it since.
I might go back though, so stay tuned. Jinx said Calistral project almost had Sweaty Rage quit.
I saw it. I could vouch. I already shot him in the knee. How many times I have to do
Rage
this?
quit.
Cyclops guy said, who said Rocket League? My friend actually works for the developer. That was me. And I might have to get a hold of you because if that's true, I know somebody that's gonna lose their shit. They've been playing it before.
Is it you?
No. My stepson's been playing it since the alpha. Like he played alpha, he played beta. He's bought it on PlayStation 3 or PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5. He's bought it for the Xbox, the Series X. If knowing he doesn't have those two consoles, he's bought it for Steam twice and with Epic.
Jeez.
Yeah, he's put a lot of time and money into that game.
Okay. So, you guys, would you say there's been a funniest moment you've had while gaming together or with another streamer or anything like that? Anything on that strikes a bell of something that you've played where you thought it was like super funny while you're playing with another friend or co-streaming or anything like that?
I would say when your kid scared the living shit out of you. That was pretty good. I enjoyed that one.
Yeah, that's fair. It's my most successful video I've ever posted in my whole life. And it's literally me shitting my freaking pants because he's like here. Like you just see him like outside the camera and he just leans in. I got my headset on, I'm all deep into the game, and you hear him in the microphone over my shoulder, Dad. And then I look in the camera and all you can see is like a white shadowy face and scare the bejesus out of me.
I think for me it would have definitely been playing hardcore search and destroy, and I tried to cross map nade and I hit some kind of antenna and killed my entire team.
Oh, okay. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and Sweaty?
So I have two. One of them's really short. It was when I was playing this VR horror game, Dread Halls. Every corner I went around, crying. Not literally crying, but I was about to. But my personal favorite, there's this buddy I play with, and he's also a streamer. We were playing Fortnite, and somebody said something about being a man, and I said, "Be a man. I'm a monkey. I'm gonna rip somebody's face off." And it was just freaking great. Everybody lost it. It was great. I'm not good with one-liners, but that was a good one-liner I had, and I was proud of myself for it.
So, if we all had to decide to force Dingy into playing one game for 24 hours straight, like a 24-hour stream, what game would you make him play?
I'd make him play Elden Ring.
Okay.
I'd want to see him die over and over and over and over and over.
Fable.
The fuck is this kind
Yeah,
of
I'm gonna agree with Elden Ring.
See,
I don't agree with this kind of questioning at all. Fuck you guys all.
Dark Souls.
I lost my shit on that game.
I had about 30 hours into that game, and I mean, I tried my best. I finally, I made progress in the game, blah, 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 blah. And I was loading it up one day, Dark Souls, yeah. I was loading it up one day, and I looked at it, and I was like 3% into the game. Stupid game. Oh my god, I never touched it ever again. Like, I swear, I thought I was on the final boss right around the corner, and I literally progressed 3% in the game in like 30 hours. Every time you die, back to the very beginning of the game. Every time. Absolutely
You know
horrible.
what? I might switch it from Elden Ring to Sekiro, because it's harder than Elden Ring, so.
Okay.
Really? I thought about getting Sekiro. Sekiro, however you pronounce it. Thank you for telling me that, because I'm not going to buy it now.
I like the movement.
Okay. Let's, Dingy, if you want to get caught up in chat.
So Jink replied to the question as No Man's Sky. Mr. Mobbin said Fable.
You missed one above it.
Jink said, I had some funny moments with the streamer friends playing games with them. One of them isn't a streamer anymore. Looking forward to have fun playing No Man's Sky with Sweaty later this week.
Nice.
Yep, Wednesday's the day.
Cyclops guy said, spoiler alert, I was playing What Remains of Edith Finch and it got to a really sad scene where the infant dies accidentally in the bathtub. With my goofy personality and everyone was watching, my reaction became more funny than sad. It was sad. It was a tense scene. And I was cracking jokes left and right. My audience was loving it and said only I could make them laugh during a scene like that. Heartbreaking.
Very nice.
Jing said, "Oh, Haka is playing Seiko right now. Actually, funny enough." Wait, what?
Hawkeye is another streamer.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's settle it once and for all. What's the actual best game of all time, and why?
Oh, put me on the spot.
There's too many to decide. I mean, depending on system, you can go by system. But I mean, for me, a game I probably had the most fun on and would probably play over and over again for hours and hours is definitely GoldenEye.
Okay. Have you played it since though?
Oh yeah.
I've played GoldenEye within the last couple years, and I'm amazed that I used to be good at that game just for the Tomb Raider style controls. Like,
yeah.
Whew, and I used to be good. Like, I used to hustle on that game.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to go with the Dying Light series.
The Dying Light series. Okay. And Dingy?
I don't really know. Yeah, I can't think of one right now.
I've never heard of that game.
See, and I think best game of all time would be the Final Fantasy VII or the Final Fantasy series. Prince of Persia. So I like that game.
That's a classic.
God of War. God of War. Never mind. I changed my answer. The last two God of War games.
Too late.
literally one of my all-time favorites. The God of War series, I've played every game, but the last 2 God of Wars,
The
pure.
old ones were classics.
Yeah. Hey, thank you for the
I
follow.
think my favorite Final Fantasy game is when you can run around with the chocobos.
Yeah, and the races.
Yeah. That's
So
probably
Jake
one of my. I think
also
that was
said-
12.
No, 7. 7 is when the chocobos came.
7.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's been a while. I haven't played Final Fantasy in ages.
Yeah.
Me too.
Jake said No Man's Sky, Sunless Sea, Baldur's Gate 3, Hogwarts Legacy, Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, Journey. Oh, To the Moon is a good one, game too. How do you pick one?
Fair. I meant for the questions to be tough.
Yeah, I don't know what series or game I'd just pick one of. I've recently just been playing a lot of free games. Anything that pops up free, I've been trying to play it.
Yeah.
Save money a little bit that way and try different games.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Like I downloaded Sea of Thieves. I've seen a lot of people play it. I understand it's a few years old now, but I think it'll be fun to play.
I'm terrified of water. I could never. That would be a horror game for me.
Sea of Thieves is definitely a good game. I've played my fair share of it. I haven't played it recently though. I know there's a lot of upgrades they've done to it. I might check it out myself.
Yeah. Dingy, you want to get us caught up?
Yeah. So Hellish Pharaoh said, yeah, I would agree with God of War. Juicehead, first time chatter, said best game of all time would have to be Red Dead Redemption 2.
Brother-in-law, ladies and gentlemen, that's the brother-in-law.
Very nice.
Welcome, brother-in-law.
Welcome, brother-in-law.
Killer said God of War is also a great one. Jinx said I can recommend some demos for you, Dingy. I'll always accept free demos. I'm willing to try any kind of game at least once.
I hate demos.
So do I.
Yeah, typically I do too. But if it's able to get me hooked in a demo, I might actually go and buy it.
But then you're stuck buying a $60 game. Come on.
Cyclops guy said God of War has one of the best quotes that has ever ended a game. Zeus, your son has returned. I bring the destruction of Olympus. Fair. Killer said Rockstar should revamp Bully 2.
That was a good game.
I missed that game. Never played it. I've seen
Yeah,
people play it, but I've never-
Bully's a classic. I would love a revamp on that.
Yeah.
Jinx said I love Sea of Thieves if it didn't have a forced PvP aspect. I'm okay with the PvP side of it. And then Jink also said demos are free. That's why I like them. A good way to see if I like a game before spending money on it.
Fair.
And it also lets me know if the game feels on my system. That's true. I
Okay.
like free.
So if we were to team up on a game, we're going to be the multiplayer. Okay, we're all on a team, we're all on a squad, whatever the game might be, but we have to dominate in it. Right? I'm biased. I know all of you guys, right? For you three, individually pick a game that you think we could play together, all 4 of us, that we would dominate in.
Well, that's tough.
I would say Call of Duty. Meta's just going, Faceless One's just going to carry us.
Yeah.
We all hide in a corner and he goes and wins for
With
us.
riot shield and landmines.
Nah,
Yeah.
me and him would be running into the fire. I still got it pretty good. I don't play it as often as I used to because I don't like playing with randoms and I don't got many people to play it with.
Fair. So if we could design a game with DingiestScroll as the lead character, what would it be about and what role would Dingy play?
I don't know why, but all I can see is it being an anime game.
Okay. Okay.
I'd have to say that would be,
Some kind of
it'd be an
evil
RPG game for sure.
So
yeah.
I picture something like a ninja style newspaper boy. Like if you look at his logo, he got that scroll, the roll up newspaper, and wah, right? It's all like counter timing and stuff like that. The nerd of something, guy every knows. The nerd of something guy ever knows everything. The nerd of something. What? The nerd of something guy knows everything. So I would hold on. Let's go back up for a sec. A detective or something. Okay. And then we could all use a remake of The Gateway and a new true crime game with a sequel to Sleeping Dogs. And then can we create a princess maker visual novel with Dingy as a misplaced main character? Any character that Dingy's playing is going to be misplaced.
Seems about right.
GTA taking up all the resources, lol.
It seems true though. You also missed Jink. I don't like PvP though. PvP breeds toxicity. If it's optional, fine, but if it's forced to do PvP, no thank you. Fair enough.
So, if we could all steal one gaming or streaming skill from each of us, like you could steal one from each other person streaming, what would it be?
From us four,
Yeah.
probably how you guys design logos and overlays. Love it.
Okay. Or artistic skills.
Yeah, I'm not artistic at all. Maybe when it comes to
Uh,
music, but definitely not that.
Probably your lookers focus on interacting with chat. I get really distracted when I play video games because I'm focused on shooting everything in front of me.
But you're good at shooting everybody, and that's the skill. I would steal your aim. I would steal Sweaty's mannerisms on which he like the way he carries himself. He's very like free and light and stuff like that. I really like that. Where I always feel like I'm stiff and square. And then Dingy, his skill set in like the way he like if you watch the way him game and the computer stuff and stuff like that, he's really smart in that category. So those are the skills I'd steal from all of you guys.
Yeah, I'd
so-
probably take G's computer knowledge and like stream functionality knowledge. And I haven't really seen Sweaty but stream too much, but he definitely seems like an outgoing person. So I like I said, I'm more focused on things. So definitely how open-hearted and lighthearted that he is.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Thank you. We gotta get in touch. I gotta make sure I give you a follow, and if you ever want to collab on COD, I'm so down for it. I need people to play with.
Friday
I'm
night.
always on it.
Friday night COD, boys. So
Yes, sir.
here's the thing. It's 10 o'clock for us. It's midnight for Dingy. I'm gonna give everybody. I have two more segments to do. I have number 6, and then I have our final closing chapter. If you guys have it about another 10-15 minutes, we'll fire through the last section. If not, we'll skip the last section and we'll go right into the closing remarks.
I'm good. I got time.
Dingy?
I got time.
Okay. So, what is your guys' favorite boss battle ever?
Ooh.
Boss battle.
Oh,
That's
tough
really
one.
tough.
Oh yeah. So for me, it is I'd probably go back to the old Mario days of beating the final Bowser. Like
Yeah, I can agree with that one.
Mario 3 when you're on the pirate ship and you have to like speed run the last bit and then fight Bowser at the end. I always found that like super tough and like I'd get out of it just pouring sweat and stressed out and
Yeah, I'd agree with that one.
Yup.
Sweaty's all right. Just to catch up on a little bit of chat while you guys think of your answers. Sweaty's all right. Infinite Warfare, the Alien, and Zombies in Spaceland. Okay. And then I'll give you 30 more seconds to think about it. The Cyclops guy says, I'm really looking forward to GTA 6 and Mafia, the Old Country. See, both those games look good. To be better at FPS games, first player shooter games. Ariona, Saul, dropped some emotes. Killer Player says, whenever it comes out, shake my head. The Cyclops guy says, fingers crossed it doesn't get delayed. Oh man, my chat is so small right now. Yeah, I can't even scroll to that one there. The Last Ronin, I'd love to hear more about The Last Ronin. Killer Player, the community will literally riot. Agreed. Yeah, Dingy, could we unpin this? Unpin.
You should be able to unpin it.
Yeah, I'm unpinning it. I literally can't unpin this message. I can't.
I was gonna say, or you can hide it. That's what I
You
did.
could-
Yeah.
I just hid it for myself.
Friday Night Blops, yeah, DingiestScroll, of course. That one made Sweaty rage quit. If y'all are interested, the Legend of Zelda fan, it's gotta be a Gandalf and Twilight Princess. Okay, if you are a Legend of Zelda fan, I think the boss
Legend
fight.
of Zelda fan, yeah, the Ganondorf. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jinx says, I think the boss fight from End of Kingdom Heart was pretty good. Thrift Gaming, first time chatter, let's go, let's go. AK says, what's up? Hello? How's it going, dude?
What's up?
Oh, wrong screen. Gotta close that.
That definitely.
Okay, I have my answer.
Okay, let's hear it.
So I don't know if you guys ever played Crash Team Racing, but
Yeah,
after every time you got to an end of a section, you had like the boss race. Impossible. I would sweat playing those.
we're doing fine, AK. How about yourself, dude? And Dingy, favorite boss battle ever?
It's gonna be weird, but the last race in Most Wanted.
Okay.
I respect it.
It's kind of made me struck. Like, didn't matter how good your car was, they were always somehow just ever so slightly better.
Yeah. So then the next question is, out of all the games we've ever played, your favorite character customization feature? Is there one thing that stands out?
No, not to me personally.
Yeah, I was saying not overly for me. I mean, just being able to make my guy kind of look and feel unique. So any game that I can do that is pretty much I was happy with.
Yeah, I respect it. I've never been big into character creation myself. But I do want to definitely give credit and kudos to Dragon's Dogma 2. I did start that game and I never beat it, but I'm gonna have to restart and recreate a character. I thought how they did their character creation was pretty unique. And I enjoyed it. I got ADHD. I can't sit here and like I don't care about making a character. Let me play the game, you know? But
Yeah.
they still made it work pretty good, I'd say.
For me, I like games where you can put a beard on a guy that isn't like this big or like 5 o'clock shadow. Like I have a light beard
Fair enough.
and I always have a light beard. And in so many games, it's either you got like 2 feet of beard or 0 beard. Like
Literally though.
do you know how many dudes have just like a light beard or a short beard? Like, come on, guys. Dingy, you want to catch us back up?
Where we were here, AK said, "How are you fine people doing? We're all doing good." And he said that they're also doing good. Same with Killa. The Cyclops guy said, "I think the final battle between Zeus and God of War 2 or the final boss against Bowser in Super Mario in
Ooh.
64.
Those
Yeah,
God
were
of War
both
boss
good.
battles were crazy.
Oh, yeah.
He also said Sweaty is a fellow ADHDer. I am also personally.
Me too.
Me as well.
Jinx said, "Oh, I also think the boss fight for the Ford Guardian in Baldur's Gate 3 is a good one because it takes out some of the out of the box thinking." She also said, "I love character selection. I spend hours or more deciding on my character. I hate games that give you a character creation and then you have to play it in first person the whole time."
Yeah. And then our Tornado Soul says Dragon Dogma 2 has the best character creation ever seen.
Yeah, he was the one who got me to get the game, and then I started and never beat it or played it much.
I
Shame
found
on
my
me.
peep, Cyclops guy says. If you guys had to pick
100%.
couch co-op or online multiplayer?
Multi.
Online multi.
What was it? Co-op
Couch-
multiplayer or
Yeah,
what?
couch co-op. Or couch multiplayer.
Ooh. I'm gonna have to say, ugh, that's tough. Couch co-op.
I'm couch co-op as well. I
If
grew
I
up.
was able to get my friends here,
We're not asking that though, because I
Okay.
agree. I play multiplayer, online multiplayer to play with my friends, and I think that's something we could all agree on because we're all gamers, right? But
Yeah.
there was nothing better than back in the day, and you and your buddies
Oh,
all
yeah.
smushed on the couch. You got some cardboard in the middle of the screen.
Yep,
Right?
exactly.
Hey, no screen
Yeah.
watching, man. Like, and you're like pushing
The
each other,
cardboard
and
sitting there, yeah.
right? There was nothing better than that. And just a fun fact, me and a few of my friends, probably once or twice a year, we all bring our monitors and our PlayStations all over to one person's house. We set up like 5 stations, 4 stations, whatever it might be, and we game together. And we have beers, and it's like a kind of an expensive day because like you have to lug all your shit over there and whatever. But a super good day.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Definitely would go switch to couch then.
Coach co-op was fun, but I love MMO. You make so many new friends that way. That's fair.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Cyclops, I say couch co-op. Got to go with GoldenEye.
The OG, yeah.
Yeah.
And Black Ops. Not Black Ops.
Okay.
What was the one after GoldenEye? Perfect,
Oh,
Perfect Dark.
Perfect Dark. Yeah.
yeah.
That was a good one.
AK said that sounds so fun. Jinx said, when I play WoW, the person I did quests and raids with most was a guy in Australia.
Yeah, Perfect
That's
Dark.
awesome.
So, if you guys had to choose, one of them disappears forever, the other one's stuck forever. Open world, like sandbox games, or a linear storyline?
Like for you want to know which one we keep?
Which one do you keep?
I'd keep open world for sure.
I'm gonna keep open world as well because there are different kinds of open worlds that can seem a little linear.
Yeah, I keep it open, just because it's. Yeah,
There's so
I
much
agree with
to
both.
do, and you don't really have
Yeah.
to. You're not stuck in one area. If you want to go explore, you can. And like, it's,
Yeah.
you're not stuck following a mission or a path that you can't venture off and go and
Absolutely.
have fun.
I agree with you guys 100%. And I think the key factor, because when I was doing my writing for this, I was like bouncing ideas and questions off the wife. She prefers a linear storyline, just for the fact that she doesn't want to explore and stuff like that. But we are like actual gamers, and we want that immersiveness into the story where you can have your side quests and you can explore and you can loot and stuff like that. So I think that's just the level that we're at, and some people aren't at that level, and that's totally cool. So screw those guys, we're keeping the sandbox.
Yeah.
Screw you guys, I'm going home.
We want the engagement.
Yeah, we want to settle that ADHD.
Yeah, you can still do a linear story inside of an open world. BG3 Hogwarts Legacy did this well. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So
that's why I went open world.
If you guys could describe the gaming community in one word.
Nerds.
Like just in general?
In general, the gaming community in one word.
Right now, toxic as hell.
Okay.
Toxic.
I think agree. Let's go.
Word. Expanding.
I like that. That's different. That's a different answer. I like that.
And I would say variety.
Yeah.
We have diverse variety.
Yep.
We have such a plethora of different types of gamers, different genre of gamers, different
ages.
Yeah, 100%. So yeah. And then closing remarks. You guys, this has been an absolute blast. Huge thanks to our guest Sweaty Orangutan and the Faceless One. Thank you for joining us tonight. You brought us some incredible insights into the table. Would either one of you guys like to take a minute to say any final thoughts or any words?
Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate you guys for this opportunity and having me here. I can't wait for our future collabs, and maybe you guys will let me get in on that COD Friday, because I do stream on Fridays.
Invites always open.
Appreciate it. And to all those new viewers out there, appreciate you for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed. That's all I got.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'd also like to say thank you for inviting me onto this. It's definitely a new experience for me. As like I said, mostly I just stream my first person solo, so it's definitely nice to get in and just kind of chit chat about gaming and things like that. And I appreciate everybody who followed on from the stream today. And yeah, definitely looking forward to doing more things as groups and as a gaming community.
I think every one of us smiled because we read Jink's chat. If you cancel on Wednesday, I will come and find you and kick you in the shin, Sweaty.
I said Friday, not Wednesday. Well, I said Friday to Looker, Wednesday to you. No shin kicking. No, I'll be there. No plans.
If you enjoyed
Minus playing.
If you enjoyed tonight's episode, make sure to follow, share, and join the conversation in our D&L Gaming community. We have Facebook, Discord, and we're on every single platform. Make sure to keep an eye out for the Sweaty Orangutan and the Faceless One, as they're going to be key members as our community grows and develops more. And don't forget, we're not just about games, we're about connections too. Dingy, any final thoughts for you?
Thanks for you guys all coming out. It was a blast having you guys here. One thing I am going to say is it's looking like this Saturday, me and Looker are going to jump into the Discord, and we are going to go over creating display pictures. We're going to go over creating emotes, overlays,
Setting up OBS.
Awesome.
Essentially, whatever our community needs, we want to. Sorry to interject, Dingy. We're gonna pick one topic that the mass majority votes. We're gonna put it in Discord, where we could have everybody can have a say on what they want to see, and we're gonna do a how-to. So it's an open party. We're not streaming it. We're not nothing like that. It's gonna be like a community day. Dingy's gonna host it because he's the most knowledgeable on all of those out of him and I. And I'm the creative one, so he'll tell me what to do, and I will do it.
and then I'll yell at him when he does it wrong.
Yeah.
I'm requesting Coach to do mine. LOL, Looker.
Yeah, Cyclops, not game related, but prayers and happy thoughts and good vibes to the people of LA who are being affected by the fires. Agreed, man. Agreed.
100%.
Absolutely.
Jink said, I know about emotes, but overlays sound interesting even knowing I don't use them.
I can learn
You never
something
know,
too.
you might get into it.
The amount of people that have offered me a silly amount of money for doing like emotes and skins, not skins, logos and stuff like that.
Yeah, logos, yeah.
And then yeah, and thank you Canada and Mexico for sending extra firefighters to help. Don't forget to drop and I can't read tonight. Don't forget to drop a follow if you enjoyed this stream. Expletive deleted, expletive deleted, expletive deleted. I think that's what he meant to write.
Yeah. No,
Sounds
I'm
fun.
putting my pin, but it didn't share, or my
Yeah, one of us have it so you can't drop links. Just toss it in Discord. There we go. My man.
I already did. Yeah, I did. I had already.
Perfect. All right, everyone. Thank you very much for being here. It's been an absolute blast. Next week we're doing one or two for the next week's podcast. We're either having a special guest. It hasn't been confirmed yet. So if they can confirm, we're gonna have a special guest that's gonna be on next week. And if not, Dingy and I are gonna just do a duo stream, and we're gonna talk about the streaming etiquette and how to structure your stream properly if you're trying to take it to the next level. So thank you again, guys. I really appreciate Sweaty Orangutan and the Faceless One. Thank you very much, guys. All right, everyone. Until next time, this is the Looker 204 signing off. Take care and game on.
Orangutan out.
When the lights go low, we're ready to go. Vibes, let the energy flow.
Have a good night, everybody.
Streams and a whole lot more. D&L podcast with the core. From consoles to PCs, we're breaking the scene. Leveling up, chasing that dream. Community strong, yeah, we're all in. Press play, let the night begin.
D&L Gaming and everything between, where the pixels shine and the stories gleam. From the stream to the chat, we build this team. D&L Gaming, it's more than a dream. Talking updating, it's more than a dream.
Talking updates and the games we love. Rolling the dice or pushing above. News on the block or old school lore. There's always room for gamers and more. It's not follow for follow. It's a place to connect creators, streamers, earning respect. Discord, open join the crew. A community built by me and you.
D&L Gaming and everything between, where the pixels shine and the stories beam, from the stream to the chat.